It's early March here at the farm, which means it's maple syrup season. The trees are all filling up with sap, so the sooner we get tapping, the better. If you've never made maple syrup before, we're going to show you how. I'm Dan, this is Rowan, and this is Tubs Around the World.
Making maple syrup has 3 major steps: tapping, boiling, and bottling. First, tapping. We're taking a drill, a pokey, and a hammer.
At our first tree, we pick a spot and drill in about 2.5 inches. We take the Super Poker 5000 and clean out the hole. We put the tap in the hole and hammer it in. Not too deep, just till it's secure. And that's it. On to the next tree. You have to look for old tap holes before you drill. The wood dies just above and below the tap. John showed us what to do before we set out.
This is Uncle John, by the way. He's been making maple syrup here with the family every year since the 60s when he started with his brothers. Here, he's showing us the dead wood from a badly placed tap. We carry on like this all day. It's hard work. I think we did 30 trees today. There are over 400 being tapped this weekend by the whole family. It's absolutely gorgeous here. It's already starting to flow.
Now we wait a few days with our favorite doggo Dodger while the bins fill up. I'm on my way out with Rowan and John to collect the sap. You can see it's pretty cold.
We pump the sap into this barrel and cart it over to the sugar shack. That's where we have step 2, boiling. This is where the magic happens. And yeah, it's actually called a sugar shack.
We pump the sap up into a large bin, which trickles down into the boiler.
This is the boiler. As the water in the sap boils away, it thickens into syrup. Our boiler is wood-fired, and you have to keep it burning hot all the time. We load it with wood every 20 minutes. This sounds like a lot of work, but most of the time, you're just hanging out with family and friends. Once the bubbles start getting really small, you know we're close to a draw. We hold out the first filters and draw the syrup into a pot. This gets out any tree sand and other gunk. This causes more sap to be drawn into the boiler, and the process repeats.
We obviously had to taste it first. Once we have enough syrup together, it's time for bottling. Bottling is probably the most satisfying part, because you know how much work went into making the syrup. After one last boil, the syrup is poured through a set of filters. We fill up some jugs and fill the bottles one by one. Once you cap them, you lay them down to ensure a good seal.
And that's it. Delicious Canadian maple syrup.
And all that's left is the labeling. Big thanks to the Leroy Tree Farm for letting us document the process. We're so excited to be living here this summer and would love to bring you along for the journey. We have loads of adventures planned, so don't forget to like and subscribe to keep updated. Love you guys.